Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Aisyatul Radhiah binti Musa and my Matric number is 1182689. Okay, today I would like to share to share about something topic that very important and very related to us, which is Thaharah, or we call it in English purification. Okay, as we know, the hadas and also poop is the something that deprive from doing some worship to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, such as praying, recite Al-Quran, doing tawaf, and others ibadahs. So when they having that when they do having the hadas or poop, so they must take their purification before he can do their ibadah like always. Alright. Before that, what's the meaning of Thaharah? Okay. الطهارة في العربية وفي اللغة هي النظيفة وخالية من شوائب والبراز. وفي الإسلام الطهارة هي إنهاء الحدث لتمكن الشخص ما لأداء العبادة. and والطهارة في الاصطلاح باقي من الشوائب التي تمنع المرء من أداء الصلوات حتى لو كانوا البولي عند الجساء وملبس ومكان عبادة المسلمون. Alright, and في حدث that narrated by hadith Sahih wa Muslim, which is الطهور شطر الإيمان. This meaning that purification is a part of iman. So from this hadith, we can conclude that they are very important of Thaharah, and the Muslim must take responsibility about it. Alright, in Thaharah there are two types, which Thaharah min al-najas and Thaharah min al-hadas, or we call it hukmiyah and also hakikiyah. So in this discussion, I would like to choose about the problems that's related to Thaharah among the menstruation women. So that I will discuss about this something topic among the women when they having menstruation. Okay, the three problems that I took and I want to discuss is number one, the nail and hair cutting problems during menstruation. Number two, the compulsory bath, the requirement for two large hadas, and number three, the law that during taking an ablution during their menstruation. Okay, so that we will discuss about it later. Alright, before we go through to our problem, I would like to share about the meaning of head. Alright, الخيط في العربية هي اسم الدم الذي يخرج من الرحم والذي لا يرجع إلى الولادة، ثم يصبح الدم الذي يخرج عادة تستمر في وقت معين وهو أمر العالمي للمرأة. Okay, that means the head is the blood that's different from nifas, also istihadah, and the bloods that happen. This blood is happen to all the women, and it's not the blood that happen during the pregnancy. Alright. Okay, for the first problem, I choose is the nails and hair cutting problems during menstruation. Okay, hadith from the Prophet Muhammad SAW that narrate. Alright, he said that خمسة من الفطرة الختان والاستحداد ونتف الإبط وتقليم الأظفار وقص الشارب. This means there are 5 things of fitrah, which are al-khitan, shave genital hair, cut nails, remove wool, and also hair dressing. Alright. They also stated in Shari, which mentioned that men and women who are in the holy state and not actual prohibition only over those who are in the pilgrimage of Hajj and also Umrah. Alright, the Sunnah Abu Dawud also in Sunnah Abu Dawud's opinion, he said that the statement of menstrual woman cannot cut nails and hair are not true. Alright, he said that uh, this require to have either the things of the practice of cut hair, cut nails, and also going to the market with an ambition is something that approved and not prohibited. And according to Basri, he prefer about the hair and nail cutting that already cut must be stored and keep safe and carry it during the bath together. So from that, to make sure that all the things that from the body is keep safe and avoid from happens something unwanted problem. Alright. Okay, from this problem, I can conclude the opinion from the Sunan Abu Dawud and also Basri. I can say that there's no problems to have cut nail and hairs during menstruation, but it's very good to the woman to cut their hair and nails before their menstruation. So from that, they already know, and the practice that they do is approved. Alright, we go to the second problems that I chose, which is the compulsory bath requirement for to lash hadas. Okay, in this case, I can say that some like a woman they having a menstrual week, and at the last day she having an intercourse with her husband. So at the next morning she want to take a compulsory bath for those to lash hadas. Okay, in this case, some scholars say that some things can causes in execute worship, which include the quid of semen, quid of menstrual blood, acid of nifas, acid of gada blood, and also dye. Okay, apart of that, the scholars have three conditions of prescribing for compulsory bath, which include an intention, remove pulp with if present on the body, and also smooth water over the hair and the body. Okay, for the case about the intention or a reason that more than one, the Sheikh Hassan Al-Kaf described in his books when someone that want to gather two or more reasons that cause to be necessary for the junub bath, like jima or out of semen. So it's sufficient with one intention. Okay, that means the Sheikh Hassan Al-Kaf said that when a woman that want to take an compulsory bath for the two or more lash hadas, she can combine it in one time and only just take one bath at that time. Okay, so from this I can say that the Islam is something that give a easy way to a Muslim and make sure that the Muslim can do it in a perfect time, and also make it more responsible to them. Okay, the last problem that I took is about the law when take an abortion during the menstruation. This means it can be related to the woman that like to take an abortion every day before going to bed. So Imam Ashirazi mentioned in his kitab, that's meaning if a woman that in a menstrual condition, is it illegal for her to do the holy act? This means to do the bada. So this is because the menstrual period will require the woman to be holy, and what is required that one is sacred. Then it prevents the legitimate act of the holy woman in such a situation, such as when urinate. So that the Imam Al-Shirazi said the woman that having a menstruation not provide them to do an holy act or ibadah, because for him can make something not good to the ibadah, and it must the woman must make sure that there is purified, so that after they can do the holy egg like before. Okay, there also the opinion from the Imam An-Nawawi in his book describe that have describe about the mean of a woman to be holy. So from that he has two interpretation, which are first the meaning of the haram intended here is not valid if the woman is holy, and the second the haram and sinners if the woman is sacred to her as an worship, which means ta'abud. In this situation she know that the act is not valid. Okay, thus in that situation she is sinners for the mocking with worship. Okay, besides that the Imam An-Nawawi also mentioned that the Shafi'iyah scholars were not taken to be undischarged for the women who were in menstrual and nifas to take an ablution. Alright. However, if the menstruation has stopped, right, so they're the same as a person who is in junub. It means when the woman that stop from menstruation, so they can do like a person that having junub to take an compulsory bath, and after that they can do the ibadah like always. Okay, alright. And from the opinion from the Imam Al-Shirazi, Imam An-Nawawi, and also Al-Shafi'iyah, I can conclude that a woman is not provided to them to take an ablution if they having an intention to take hadas for their menstruation or for their nifas, or like large hadas or other else. But if the woman just want to take an ablution, just want to cool their body and also clean their body, so this practice is provided. Okay, but when the woman they already stop menstruation, they same like a person that having junub to take a compulsory bath after that and do the holy egg or ibadah like always. So I can say that this law is clear and mention that the taking an ablution for something activities is approved and not prohibited through Muslim. Alright, that's all from my problem. Okay, what can I conclude about this is about this problem is familiar and very related to all the women. So even though this problem is just simple, but I think that not all women really understand what the law and also the what kind of practice they can do when doing menstruation, and they're still confusing to do something that prevent during the menstruation. So I hope that this problem can help them to add more understanding about the problem of during menstruation, and I hope that they're having studies, special studies about the menstruation, or maybe about the bloods of women to all the women Muslim, to make sure that they already they really understand about the problems, and maybe something that make them confusing. So when they take the studies, I hope that it will help them to settle down by themselves and can teach their children, their grandchildren after that. And I hope this will help others. And also I can say that if we want to get healthy, we must take responsible for our body, like taking a good food, exercise, having a good social relation. So from that, it also affected our body and make sure that it will prevent us from having a bad illness, and also something maybe affect our blood and others. Okay, they having words from Allah SWT in Surah Al-Anbiya verses 107, which meaning, and we have not sent you but as a necessary to the universe. That means Allah SWT will not give us something difficult that's not that we cannot solve that. So we must trust Allah and make sure that all the problems that we get is something mercy, and hope that Allah will help us and make sure we will give a best try in our life and help being sacrificed to Allah SWT. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.